The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
All right, thank you for tuning in. 10 minutes before 10 o'clock. I love animals, Robin. You like animals?
I do.
I know you do.
I love it.
I know you do. Your dog died. You were so heartbroken. And
I know.
It still brings a tear to your eye when we talk about Cosmo.
It does.
How old was Cosmo?
16.
16. My dog was named Who. I called her Who Baby.
She was beautiful.
Oh, man. She lived to about
16 or 17,
yeah, something
right?
like that. Oh, my. Broke my heart. All right, we can talk about this all day long. When I was a kid, I had a rabbit. Did you ever have a rabbit? You had a rabbit,
Yes,
right?
I did.
Yeah.
I bought it for my daughter. The rabbit lived for 3 years.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Okay. See, this is going to make me want to go get another dog. John Dileonardo is on the phone. He's the manager for People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals. I can't even believe we need to have an organization like that. I mean, I love what they do. But I'm just saying it's hard to believe that people will be unethical to animals, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
The recent animal rescues by PETA and tips to help notice animal abuse is the topic. Good morning, John. Thank you for being on the show with us.
Yeah, of course. Thank you very much for having me.
Where are you? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Long Island, New York.
I'm from where? I'm from Long Island. Where are you from?
Oh, from Malvern. How about you?
Malvern. I don't know where Malvern is. I'm from Merrick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, not far at all. I'm like right by Limbrook Valley Stream area.
Oh, I know that area. Okay, all right. Well, good to have you on the phone with us. You know, I used to cut through, to go to the movie theater in Wantagh, I used to cut through the pet cemetery. I used to, it was so sad.
Yeah.
Oh, I would be walking to the movies and I always feel sad. Oh my gosh, all these dogs are dead. Right? So,
Yeah.
what, you know what, it is kind of weird that we need an organization like PETA, but we do.
Yeah. I mean, I think that we can never have too many organizations that are advocating for animals, and I'm proud to be working for one of the best. I mean, PETA, we have 6.5 million members and supporters worldwide, which really just shows, you know, the immense amount of animal advocates today who are speaking out for animals and really making change, you know, for the ethical treatment of animals in our world today.
Yeah. When you hear about things that used to be considered okay and now they're considered horrible, like, for example, killing elephants for their tusks, that used to be considered okay. And thank goodness for along the way we figured out, wait a minute, that's kind of mean, right?
Yeah, I mean, poaching of animals is horrible, whether those animals are elephants or tigers or lions.
Yeah.
I mean, we know that tourists love these majestic animals, but even today they're suffering greatly when people use them for rides or they use them for photo ops. I mean, in major tourist destinations like Thailand and India, baby elephants are taken from their mothers, tied down and beaten so severely that they bleed and scream, or in order to force them to perform ridiculous tricks. But there are now more than 50 companies, including Costco Travel, TripAdvisor, and others who refuse to offer elephant rides. So we still have a lot of work to do. Like I said, there's a lot of people out there today who are still speaking up for animals and trying to make the world a more humane place for them.
And then you have the domestic animals, and people might not really think those domestic animals are being abused, but they have to look deeper while they're looking at the animal. There are different signs.
Yeah. I mean, I care for cats and bunnies, and actually, too, on Long Island, I do most of the domestic fowl rescue. I mean, most people don't even know what to look for when it comes to, the abuse of a chicken or a duck. Mm-hmm. But one thing that is occurring quite frequently right now is, you know, it's after the Easter season, and people are abandoning domestic ducks and domestic bunnies to the wild, where they don't survive. I think that oftentimes people are well-meaning, whether that's for their domestic animals, or during, their tourist destinations. While well-meaning tourists don't always do right by animals when planning their vacations, such as riding elephants or staring at bears in decrepit roadside zoos, or even swimming with dolphins who are confined to tiny enclosures.
Oh, wow. I'm
the
guilty.
Good news is,
some of the
go ahead.
things you're saying are things I've done, and it didn't seem like I was doing anything that was wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I think that most of us love animals, and who hasn't at one point or another wanted to get up close to a tiger, an elephant, or another wild animal.
Right.
But getting close up in rides, photo ops, or swimming encounters with dolphins is highly stressful to these animals. And instead, we should be enjoying their time from afar at the beach, at reputable animal sanctuaries, or in nature preserves.
Well, we have some good sanctuaries right in our own town. We've got a few of them here. And so that would be... So what about like a place like Busch Gardens where they have lots of area, or like Animal Kingdom in Disney? They seem to have hundreds of acres for those animals. Are they the good ones? Or are they bad guys too?
I would say that reputable animal sanctuaries don't breed animals into lifetimes of confinement. I mean, I think that there are many more unscrupulous roadside zoos that falsely present themselves as sanctuaries when they're anything but. But true sanctuaries provide animals with lifelong homes, naturalistic habitats, and they never breed, buy, sell, or remove animals from their habitats for photo ops or other displays. And I think that there's a lot of facilities that are more theme parks than they are, animal sanctuaries. And we need to be careful when booking our visit to make sure that we only go to places that aren't breeding animals into confinement and putting the welfare of the animals before their profit.
All right, so let's rub somebody the wrong way, just for the sake of what's best for everybody. SeaWorld has had a decline in attendance after that movie came out. Was it called Blackwater or something?
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Blackfish, yeah. Blackfish.
Yeah, and so a lot of people said, I'm never going there again after seeing that movie. So, and I never thought about it either, to be honest with you. I thought, well, they look happy. They got a smile on their face. Mm-hmm. But that's our interpretation as humans. We think that's a smile. That's just the way they're made, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So can you talk
I mean... while orcas in nature travel 140 miles in a day and can dive to depths of more than 3,000 feet, at marine parks like SeaWorld, they're confined to barren, shallow, chemically treated tanks. And while SeaWorld has, finally stopped breeding orcas because people have been speaking up about it, they're still forcibly impregnating dolphins, sometimes after they've been drugged. And they're still stepping on their faces, surfing on their backs in circus-style shows. So SeaWorld is one example of a very disreputable facility that I hope our listeners will still steer clear of.
And you also talk about the dogs used for sledding. I mean, you've got that Iditarod every year and things like that.
Oh, that's no good either, huh?
John?
John, are you there?
Hello?
Yeah,
Hello, John?
You broke up a little bit, but you're back. Go ahead. Oh, man. I hate phone lines. John, are you there? I put his picture up on the streaming video that we're doing. If you... gosh, John, are you there? We did get a website. I guess it's just PETA.org, right?
Yes. Yep.
So if you want to know more, and we do have some good sanctuaries. I wish he could know the people at the sanctuaries here, because I know he was saying that some of the roadside ones he's not really happy with, but I think we've got some really good ones here.
Yeah.
I mean, the Ears folks, that those people love those animals.
Certainly. And the forest rescue.
Yeah, we have some good ones here. John, you there? Okay, I don't know if you can hear us or not, but all right, let me, on his behalf, just give you the website that we have. It's PETA.org. Simple as that. And if you want to look into more of what they do, I'm sure there's plenty of things online. We apologize for the fact that the phone line dropped. I still see it on my screen.
Yeah,
but
I know.
But we can't hear him. John? No, don't hear anything.
No.
All right, well, we're up against the break anyway, so let's take that break. We appreciate you tuning in. Thank you for doing that.
Hello?
Hello,
John. You're back. Okay.
John?
All right. John, you there?
Good.
Hey.
Oh, my-
Hey, so sorry. I don't know what happened there, guys.
Okay, I don't know if you can hear us or not, but we're just at the very end here. We're kind of hoping that you will come and visit some of the sanctuaries we have here, because I think you'll like the ones we have here.
Yeah, there are many reputable animal sanctuaries all across the country. I mean, PETA is focused on the worst of the worst, and SeaWorld is certainly one of them. So we hope the listeners today will steer clear of SeaWorld and other places that are breeding dolphins and other wild animals into confinement, and instead, enjoy the beaches that, Florida has, and enjoy animals in their natural environments rather than tiny concrete tanks.
Yeah, okay, that's a good way to end it. The website that I gave out earlier is PETA.org.
Mm-hmm.
Any other websites you'd like to tell us about?
You can go to SeaWorldOfHurt.com to learn more about how animals are suffering at SeaWorld.
SeaWorld of Hurt, okay. Oh, I hadn't heard that one. Thank you, John. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
We'll be right
Thanks.
back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Here is your 1-minute news brief. A 27-year-old motorcyclist was killed in a fiery two-vehicle crash involving a Ford pickup truck on County Road 484 in Marion Oaks last night. A rally in Gainesville organized by union workers who disapprove of a new labor contract with the Department of Veterans Affairs